Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and I'm here as one of the English teachers for this hour. During this class, we will be going over Bright Ideas. We will be reading an article about Richard Branson and some of the ideas that he's had. So, hi, Mauricio. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, good. A little
Good.
bit freezing today.
Are you? Where? No,
Yeah.
remind me where you are. Was it the UK?
No, I'm from Brazil, but I'm Canada.
Canada. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always, unless I see a person every day, I always forget. So I'm sorry.
Oh, no
Um,
problem.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's right. You're just north of North Dakota, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
remember. I remember our conversation now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
today real feel 17 below zero, but it's in Celsius and
Yeah.
Fahrenheit. Maybe I will check.
Yeah. I think in Celsius, I understand. And once it's below zero, my understanding is Fahrenheit and Celsius are the same. But I don't know. Maybe that's minus 20, actually.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. At minus 20. Because we're only at 5.2 degrees Celsius. So,
Yeah, real few, but temperature is -8.
wow. Wow. So, for somebody from Brazil, that's got to be very cold. So,
Yeah, and in the United States, I said real few too.
excuse me?
In the United States, if I say real few is correct.
Real Phil?
Yeah,
I think it says we use feels like.
feels like. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Uh-huh.
We say it feels like my in my place it's 5.2 degrees Fahrenheit Celsius, but it feels like 5.
Ah,
So,
okay. Uh-huh.
okay. Yeah. Hello, Leopoldo. How are you?
Hey, I'm fine, and you?
Very good. And so, remind me, where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Brazil. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. And where it's warm in summertime, right?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah.
Boiling
Okay.
hot.
Uh-huh. Okay. Hi, Felipe. How are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm
So,
fine.
and
Sorry.
where are you right now?
Pardon me, I didn't understand you.
Excuse me?
What did you say?
What country are you from?
Oh, sorry, I'm from Brazil.
Brazil. Are you currently in Brazil
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah?
Okay, awesome.
Uh-huh.
Okay, great. And Kako, hello. Have you changed your picture?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, excellent. Now I can see a little bit of what you look like. Awesome.
Nice
So
to see you, teacher.
nice to see you too. So, all right. Are you guys all ready for Christmas?
Yes, yes. In Brazil, it is one of the most important holidays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's a Brazilian class.
Yeah, that's what I
Everybody.
just. Well,
Yes,
well,
the
oh,
class is full of Brazilians.
yeah. Except Luo's here. He's just changed it from Brazilian. So, Luo, you're from China, aren't you? So, but we've had Brazilian classes before. I think during this time, there's a lot of people from Brazil because it's late at night where you guys are. Is it like 11, 10, 10 or 11 for most of you?
11.
11, yeah. So, and Luo, welcome. Can you speak? Okay, I think he's having problems with his system so far. So let's go ahead and get started. Today's topic is on bright ideas, and we're going to look at Richard Branson's bright ideas. First of all, do you guys know what bright ideas mean? Any idea what it is? If somebody
Bright?
says bright, in this concept, usually bright means really light, right?
Yeah.
But in this context, it has a different meaning. Any idea
Can
what
you hear me?
bright?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes,
Bright
we can hear you now. Yes, Luo.
Yes, I think it's smart. Right.
Okay, so yeah, smart is bright. Yeah. Excuse me, bright in this respect, it's smart or intelligent or something like that. So that's what it means in this respect. Excellent. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this material. We will be doing a reading exercise, and before that, we'll look at some vocabulary and see some key words. Okay, so let's read the sentences below and match the underlined words and phrases to their definitions. So the first thing we're going to do is just read the sentences and see if we can figure out what these words mean first, and then we're going to look at the then we're going to look at the definitions. And thank you, Kako. It's actually a recliner. And it is very comfortable. So, okay, so number one, Mauricio, can you read that?
Yep. Alex is very stressed these days. He needs to take time off work.
Okay, excellent. Okay, let's talk about this pronunciation right here. There's basically, when you have the past tense ed, there's actually 3 ways you pronounce it, and it depends on the word that goes beforehand. Okay, so we have bear with me, I haven't started the writing yet on this. We have this one is stressed, and it sounds like a T sound.
Mm-hmm.
Stressed.
Stressed.
Stress. The only time that we would say stressed is if there's a T or a D in front of it. So if we have a T or D, then plus an ED, then you would have the ED sound. If you have an S or P plus an ED, then you have the T sound. The T sound. And then if you have, basically everything else is just a D sound. So when you have an ED past participle, most of them you're going to have just the D sound. So you do not actually have to pronounce this E right here. So Alex is very stressed these days. He needs to take time off work. So this is wanted to go over this because it's a very, very common mistake made by everyone in the world. So, all right, Luo, can you read number 2?
Well, number 2. Joe didn't come to work, but nobody noticed his absence.
Okay, so what does absence mean?
He hasn't come yet.
Okay, so and nobody noticed his absence, that he is not here. Okay, excellent. Number 3, Leopoldo, can you read number 3?
Mm-hmm. The bad economic situation will harm our business.
Okay, so what does harm mean here?
Yes, I know what it means, but I can explain.
Okay, that's no worries. Hurt would be a synonym for that. Okay. All right. Thank you. Number 4. bear with me a moment. Felipe, number 4.
Most companies track their employees' vacation time. They want to know exactly how many days their works are absent from work.
Okay, so what does it mean to, in this respect? Anybody know in the class? Anybody know what it means when when companies track something? Follow.
Follow.
Yeah. Follow is a very good.
Keep watching.
They keep watching. They make sure that they just follow it and make sure. Okay, Kako.
An eye on.
Number 5. Can you read that one? Kako, are you there?
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
Morale is very high in our team. Everybody believes that we can become successful.
Very good. Okay, so anybody know what morale means?
Yep. Value? Or
Value?
ethic?
For, for example, religions morally.
Okay, that's
High spirit.
that's actually moral.
Yeah.
Moral. Then you have morale. Okay.
High spirit.
Morale is high spirits. Yeah. So high spirits, or it's basically it's more of an atmosphere, because you can have a bad morale, or you can have a good morale, or a bad morale. So, but morals has to do with values. So there's just, with morale there's an E, and with morals there's not an E. Okay. All right. Number 6. Mauricio, can you read that?
They claim to be very good salesmen, but I have never seen them sell anything.
Okay, so what does claim mean?
Claim, ask, or which.
Okay. Well, in this respect, it means like say. They say they're very good salesmen.
Mhm.
They say, but I've never seen them sell anything. Okay. Next one, Luo. Can you read number 7?
Yes. They claim to be very good salesmen.
Number
but-
7.
Oh, I'm sorry. The first generation iPhone was launched in 2007.
Okay. Was launched. What would that be?
Put it into the market.
Okay. So also started is another one we can say. Put in the market, exactly. Did anybody here have a first generation iPhone?
I
Or-
had.
You did? Have they
Yes,
changed a lot?
Yes, it has changed a lot with the new iPhone 6 generation.
Okay. Do you now have an iPhone 6?
No, I'm using Samsung's.
Oh, Samsung Galaxy. Okay. Yeah, I had an iPhone 4, and now because I have an iPad, I decided to try the Samsung Galaxy. So
Me too, because I have iPad as well.
yeah, because an iPad and an iPhone are so similar. So, okay, let's go ahead and match these. Number A, we have confidence, enthusiasm. B, we have follow. C, have a bad effect on. D, officially appeared on the market for the first time. C or E, say that something is true but cannot prove it, and other people might not believe it. F, take a break from your job. And G, the time when you are not at work because of illness or holiday. So, Kako, could you choose one of these and match it?
Five. Letter A, 5.
Okay, letter A is 5. Perfect. Okay, and Felipe, could you do the next one?
Oh, sorry. Follow is number 4.
Okay, yeah, follow is number 4, and I kind of helped that along, didn't I? By putting 4 follow right there. Okay,
I
number.
wasn't with it.
Yeah, I went, oh no, I try to use different words, but I didn't notice it. So have a bad effect on. So Leopoldo, can you choose one?
3.
So have a bad effect on is 3. Yes, definitely. Very good. Okay, and Luo.
Officially appeared on the market for the first time, launched.
Launched. Yes. Very good. So 7 and D. Okay, and then Mauricio.
Letter E is number 6.
Yes. 6. Okay, and Luo, next one.
Oh yes, if take a break from your job is absent.
Actually, it's the other one.
Absence. Take a break.
Yeah.
Take time off work. It's one. Sorry.
Yeah, it's one. No worries, because those are so similar that I can see where if I hadn't read the second one, I would have probably thought the same thing. All right, and then of course the time when you are not at work because of illness or holiday is considered an absence. But also this word is also the same for at school too. If you are not at school, then you are absent from school. Okay, so Kako, tell me, in your company, how many days can people take time off work for holiday or sick leave or whatever?
In Brazil, we have a lot of holidays, official holidays. And besides of that, we generally have 30 days of vacation along the year.
So 30 vacation days.
30 vacation days in the year. A year.
30-day vacation days plus the regular holidays.
Yeah.
Wow. And you're in Brazil. Are you sure you're not in Europe? Wow. Is that the same, Felipe? Is that the same in your company?
I work at home.
Oh, you work from home. So are you a freelancer?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so you're like me. You work when you have work, and you take vacation when you don't have work. So
Yeah, it's a rule
Generally,
in Brazil, law.
oh, it is a law. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you work for a regular company, everybody gets 30 vacation days.
Yep.
Plus the regular holidays like Christmas and New Year's and things like that. All right. Luo, what about in your country?
It's basically people work in the regular companies. They will have 2 days off per week and half an hour per year for holidays. And if they work for this company for a long time, they will have the paid off day. It depends how long you have been working in your company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it based on a law in you're in China, right, or Hong Kong?
Yes, I'm in
Okay,
China. Yeah.
China. So is it based on does every company have different different rules, or is it like they said in Brazil all the companies are the same? Is it the same in China, or is every company different?
I think many companies are different, but most state-run companies are same.
Okay. Okay. So if it's state run, also known as government run, then it
Hmm.
would be all the same. Okay. In the US, it really depends on the company that you work for. Um, there is an average. They have now changed, and in Japan, I've been told it's the same way. They've changed to what is called. Do you guys know what PTO is? They've changed to PTO.
I don't
Yes.
know.
Do you guys know anybody?
No.
Okay, the PTO stands for paid time off. And so what they do is they give you a amount of hours a year that you can take paid time off, and it's based on many times based on what the level of your job is and so forth. And this is for vacation, sick sick days, and just other types of days that you want to take off. So you have a certain number of days. I've had 2 jobs since I came back from Finland when I was not a freelancer, and the first job gave 20 days a year, and the second job gave 15 days a year. Um, and that's pretty much the norm in the U.S. now, is that you will get PTO. And one of my students from Japan told me that they are doing the same thing in Japan as well. And so people either take off for vacation or sick days. And so if you're a person who gets sick quite often, you will end up using all of your PTO and have no vacation. So it's kind of not fun. So. All right, and Mauricio, no, so Felipe, you are a freelancer, so you are self-employed, so you don't get vacation unless you want it, right? Leopoldo, do you get the 30 vacation days plus regular holidays?
Oh, yes, yes, it's complicated because I'm a pharmacist, so
Uh-huh.
I have a job which don't have the right to have
Ah.
vacation, so I have to work. Okay, and then the other one, yes, I have 30 days.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so it depends also on the type of contract. So if you tell me, if this is correct? If you have a permanent contract, you get these benefits, but if it's a temporary contract, you do not.
Oh, I I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
easier to understand like that, I think.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure it probably gets difficult. So, Mauricio, do you get the 30-day vacation days plus the regular holidays?
Now I'm in Canada.
You can. Oh, that's right. You're in
And
Canada.
I just studied here. But in
Yeah.
Brazil, yeah, usually
Uh-huh. Do you
I have 30 days.
do you know what the vacation process in Canada?
I'm not sure about how long is vacation, but I know if you work 1 year in a
Mm-hmm.
company,
Mm-hmm.
you can get 1 week of vacation,
Mm-hmm.
and if you work 2 years in the same company,
Mm-hmm.
you can get 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not sure the limit, but maybe it's 15 days.
Hmm. Yeah, that sounds like the old system in the U.S. In the U.S., after the first 6 months, you got 1 week. After the first year, you got 2 weeks. Then after 10 years, you got 3 weeks. And then after 15 years, you got 4 weeks.
Yeah, maybe it's the same, but depending on your contract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and each contract is different.
In
Okay.
Brazil, it's okay.
Yeah. All right, let's go on. So you are going to read an article about Richard Branson, a British businessman. Are you guys familiar with Richard Branson is?
Nope.
I know him.
No. Okay. He is the owner of Virgin Airlines. Virgin Airlines, Virgin Records, etc. He started out with a record company, and I think he has a company now where they're trying to do like interstellar type type travel or something like that. So, okay. So what we're gonna do, what I'd like you guys to do is let's read these questions, and I want you guys to guess what you think the answer is going to be, and then after and after we're finished, we'll check our answers after we finish reading it. So, Kako, Richard, what do you think the answer is for number 1? Richard Branson wants people to take off work whenever they want. Do you think that's true or false?
I think it is false, teacher.
Okay. All right. And Felipe, what is your guess?
I think it is true.
Okay. And Leopoldo, what's your guess?
I think it's true.
True. Okay. And Luo, your guess?
I think it's true because, as far as I know, he's a strange man, or usually offers some strange ideas.
Uh-huh. Thus this article, Bright Ideas, yeah. And Maurizio, what do you think?
It's true.
True. Okay. And Kako, it's next one. Google do not track employees' vacation time. This is actually wrong. It sounds really wrong. Google does not track employees' vacation time in spoken grammar. Okay, so Kako, what do you think?
I think most of the people who work for Google are freelancers.
Mm-hmm.
And then I suppose Google doesn't track them.
Okay. Okay, so you would say that's true then. Okay,
I
Philip.
think it is true.
Okay, excellent. Felipe, what do you think? True or false?
It's true.
True. And Leopoldo, true or false?
I think it's false.
False. Okay.
No.
And Luo.
Yeah, I think it's false because in big company, there are some human resource department do this work.
Okay. All right. And Mauricio, what do you think?
I'm guessing it's false.
It's false. Okay. So it'll be interesting to see what the true answers are. So letting employees take time off when they want has a negative effect on business. Kako, what do you think? Is that true or false?
I think it is false because it is necessary to have discipline. Even though resting is useful because people become more creative,
Okay.
having periods of resting, but
Mm-hmm.
not every time they want.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Leopoldo. No,
Oh,
not Leopoldo. I'm sorry.
sorry.
Felipe. I'm trying to go in order.
Uh, I think that depends of what the employees will do in this time off,
Uh-huh.
and I think that is false.
Okay. So you think it's false as well? Okay. And remember, everyone, it depends on. That I think is the single most mistake, the single most common mistake I hear here at Verbling. So it depends on. Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Leopoldo.
False.
False. You believe false as well? Luo.
Actually, I didn't exactly get it because I don't know why the want has a negative effect. It means do something bad in purpose or something.
Um,
If,
it,
if they do that, I think the company will fire them. So,
what this means, it has a negative effect on business. What that means, it means that it's going to hurt the company. If
oh
a
yeah,
com-
and
yeah, if a
mhm,
company
uh,
lets employees take time off, it will hurt them.
yes, what I know is what it means they want. I think it would change to they would make some negative effect instead of the want. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, this has to do with taking time off when they want. So the employees choose to because they have that choice, it has a negative effect on business.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah, does that make sense?
Yes.
So, okay.
So it's false.
False. Okay. And Mauricio, what do you think? True or
Oh,
false?
false.
Okay. All right. Next one. Richard Branson believes he gave Steve Jobs the idea for iPod. So what do you think, Kako? What's your guess?
I don't know who is Richard Branson.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, I suppose it is false.
Okay. All right. And Felipe, what is your guess?
I think that I seen another in some website that it's a joke. Uh, I think it's false.
False. Okay. And Leopoldo, what do you think?
It may be true.
True. Okay. And what do you think, Luo?
I think it's true because Richard Branson did a lot of things related to the audio industry, in the albums or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. And Mauricio.
Oh, I have no idea, but maybe it's true.
Okay. So yeah, and until we read, nobody knows the answers. So, okay. Number 5,
It's the
Kako.
April Fools.
Richard Branson's music store chain closed when Apple launched iTunes and the iPod. Is that true or false? So you can just guess.
I suppose it is false.
Okay.
I suppose as well Richard Branson is only a character, not a real person.
Okay. No, he is a real person. So he's actually Sir Richard Branson now. So, okay, Leopoldo, what would you say?
Hmm. True.
True. Okay.
That's true.
All right. And Luo, what is your guess?
I guess it's true.
True. Okay. And is it? I don't even know if they're closed or not. So I know it's how he started his business enterprise. But Mauricio,
Oh, I'm sorry, teacher. I didn't understand this music store chain
okay,
closed.
a store chain is like, for example, McDonald's is a chain of restaurants. So if you have a chain, it means you have the same store, the same music store in many different places, and they're all the same, like McDonald's. Does that make sense?
If you have many stores,
Mm-hmm.
I use chain.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, Richard Branson's music stores chain closed.
Yep.
Okay. Maybe it's true.
Okay. Okay, let's read the article and see what our answers are. See if our answers are right or not. So, Richard Branson proposes unlimited time off work. He has introduced the idea in Virgin offices across the United States and United Kingdom. Okay, so let's go ahead and each one person read a paragraph. Number one, Kako, could you read number one?
Billionaire man of the people, rich become more popular by saying that everyone should be able to took time off work whenever they want.
Yeah, so to take time off work whenever they want. So,
To take
okay.
time off work
All right.
whenever they want.
Perfect. Leopoldo, can you read the next number two?
Okay. Employees should decide if and when they want to take off a few hours a day, a week, or a month. The Virgin Group entrepreneur writes in his book, The Virgin Way, Everything I Know About Leadership.
Okay. And Luo, can you read the next one?
Yes. He introduced the new idea in Virgin offices across the United States and the United Kingdom. The idea is that employees who feel their absence will not harm the business can take leave from their jobs. It's their responsibility.
Okay. And Mauricio?
Number
four.
Branson got the idea after reading an article about the Netflix business model and how they do not take vacation time. I have a friend whose company did the same thing. They've observed an improvement in everything, morally, creative, and productive, he said.
So morale, creativity, and productivity.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Number 5, Kako.
On the subject of great business ideas, Branson claimed that he gave Apple founder Steve Jobs the original inspiration of iTunes. As a result, Branson's Virgin Megastores, a chain of music shops, closed 8 months after it was launched in 2001.
So after it was launched.
After it was launched.
So you don't say the E. Say launched. Perfect.
Launched.
Okay, thank you. Leopoldo, number 6.
Okay. On
Launched.
April Fool's Day, 1986, I gave an interview to a popular music magazine and I told them that Virgin was secretly developing a music box which could store music. For a small fee, music lovers can download an individual song or album they want.
Next one. Okay, Luo, could you read number 7?
Oh, sorry, I missed something. Many years later, Steve Jobs told me that he really liked the idea. We will never know for sure, but I have always wondered if the April Fool's joke resulted in the launch of iTunes and the iPod, technologies that caused the death of our Virgin megastores and completely changed the music industry.
Okay, excellent. All right, so let's see. First of all, are there any words or phrases in here that you do not know? Please ask.
What the question is? I'm sorry.
Are there any words or phrases in this article that you do not know?
Okay, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
The word launch,
Uh-huh. Launched?
yes, it seems so similar. The word lunch,
Mm-hmm.
the pronunciation, launched and lunch, like the food, lunch. Yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
For me, it sounds the same thing.
Yeah, okay. For me, it doesn't at all because the top one is basically lunch,
Lunch,
and this one is an ah sound. Launch,
launch,
lunch, launch. No, but
lunch, launch.
yeah, you sound it. It sounds great the way you say it, Leopoldo.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
but
Yes.
yeah, it might be difficult to hear just because maybe do you have both sounds in your in Portuguese?
No, no.
That's probably why why it
Uh,
sounds very similar. So, but yeah, the first one, the top one is and then the next one is ah.
uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay, thank you very
So,
much.
well, you're welcome. Yeah, and then actually this one, oh, anyway, I'm not going to confuse you, so I won't go on to. I was going to go launch into a thing about linguistics, and in other countries, other languages, the pronunciation would be, but won't do that. So, any
Yeah,
other?
like a
Yes,
flower, like a flower,
flour.
yeah, and flour to make bread.
Oh yes, that one. This one is really frustrating for I think a lot of people. I'm sure because it's the exact same pronunciation, but completely different spelling. Have you guys seen the jokes about the reasons that the English language is difficult to learn
No.
and how they have the different words like flower and flower? I might actually do a lesson that way. It'll be a pronunciation and vocabulary lesson. But what I've done in the past is we've read through the joke, and the jokes are like you'll have one sentence with 3 words, like for example, this one, dessert, desert, and to dessert. So this is the food. This is like the Sahara Desert, and this is to leave. You have
Mm-hmm.
all 3 words in one sentence. And so I've done that really successfully in the past where we've read through it and it's like, what does it mean, you know? And but they're really funny. Or like um, to sow and a sow, a verb and a noun, completely meaning. This one actually means to work and to make money, and this one means is a cow, not a cow, a pig. So it's a quite interesting lesson. I should do that sometime. But anyway, I digress. You guys know what that means? I digress. I digress means we got off the subject. So
Okay.
so let's go back. Any other words or phrases? So let's see if we were right. So number 1, Richard Branson wants people to take off work whenever they want. So the answer was
True.
true. And I think, Kako, if you would know who he was, you would probably have answered true as well. So number 2, Google does not track employees' vacation time. Was Google even mentioned in the article?
No.
No.
Yeah, so the answer is,
We don't know.
yeah, we don't know, but I think the answer is probably false because it's what company does not track? It's Netflix.
Netflix. Yeah.
Have you guys heard that before? I was quite surprised.
Yes, I know it's
Yes.
it's the company who produced the House of the Card.
Mhm. Yeah, well, they have several movies and stuff like that, but I just didn't realize they didn't track employees' vacation time until I was working on this material. I'm like, oh, really? So, okay, number 3, letting employees take time off when they want has a negative effect on business, and everybody got that one right. And number 4, Richard Branson believes that he gave Steve Jobs the idea for iPod.
True.
True.
True. And actually it said iTunes in the very beginning, and then it went on to iPod. So, and then Richard Branson's music store chain closed when Apple launched iTunes and the iPod. And that's true as well. So, all right. Let's go on. Yeah, if you guys are not familiar with Richard Branson, I would suggest that you Google him sometime because he's actually a very interesting person as far as very yeah, he has interesting ideas. So what do you think, Kako? Do you think that Richard Branson's proposal is a good idea?
It can be depending on the branch, on the field of business.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if the business is on a very intensive creative industry, people can rest in order to be more able to create new things.
Mm-hmm.
But for the ordinary business, it is not a good idea, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking. I thought of the company I was a supervisor in last year, and that would have been very bad for business if the employees took time off work. So anytime they wanted.
Holly,
So yes.
in the United States,
Mhm.
if you take vacation
Mhm.
during this period, you
Mhm.
receive payment or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's that. I mean, like for example, me since I am a freelancer, like Felipe is, and basically I work for myself. When I do not work, I will not get paid.
Yeah, but if you
But if I'm working for a
when
company,
uh-huh.
yeah, if I'm working for a company, they will definitely pay you.
Okay.
So, yeah, so yeah. In fact, some people in the U.S. what they will do is they will cash in their vacation, uh, and they will get instead of instead of taking the time off and getting paid, they will work during their vacation and they get paid double. So my brother used to do that when he was younger.
We
So
can do that.
you cannot do that?
No, we can. We can
Yeah.
sell 10 days. From 30 days, we can sell 10 days.
You can sell 10 days. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And I personally I don't think I would ever do that, but if you're a workaholic, I guess you know, if you have nothing to do during your vacations or something, why not? For him, he was a young dad. He had 3 kids, and he needed to support them, so that's why he did it. But all right. So Leopoldo, what do you think it's a good idea? What Richard Branson has proposed?
Yes, I think so. I think so.
Hmm.
Um,
Do you agree with Kako that it would work in some industries but not all?
I'm sorry.
Kako said that it would work in some fields, some industries, but it would not work in every industry.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Luo, what do you think?
I agree. Kako's opinion depends the field. If this industry has a richer presence industry as entertainment industry, I think it's possible, and absolutely it's a good idea. But I think it should be related your income to your contributions to this company will be better. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Thank you. And Mauricio, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Depends on business.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh, Market business or technological business. It's a good idea, but industries and factories, it's not a good idea.
Yeah. I know I worked in a call center that supported the Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, and there were times when they were not busy, but then there were times when we had consumers on hold for 2 hours, and if we had employees take off just because they didn't want to work, we'd have consumers on hold for 5 or 6 hours. You know, it's very bad. Have you guys heard about Obamacare? So
Yes, I have heard about it.
yeah, so
I saw that he faced hard opposition by the part of the opposition of the Congressists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It has, and it still is. There's good and bad things about it completely. Good things, bad things. Some people are getting health care, some people are not, because the premiums are still, the monthly price for the insurance is still above some people's income level, and they can't pay for it.
It
So
sounds unfair.
Yeah.
Teacher,
Yes.
the word industry
Mm-hmm.
can be industry in the literal meaning
Mm-hmm.
as the factories,
Mm-hmm.
and on the other hand can be um, other branches, other fields, for
Mm-hmm.
example, service industry,
Mm-hmm.
hotel industry, for example. Okay,
Yeah. That
a
is.
field of business.
Mm-hmm. That is absolutely correct. In fact, I remember in Finland, I was teaching at a bank, and wonderful people there, and I mentioned the banking industry, and one of the students was very confused because he thought the industries, if you talk about industry, this word industry, and usually we would say industries, that he thought we were talking about factories and places like that. And I was actually talking about disciplines, field of business, branches, because you're in, for example, the electronics industry, or like I'm in the field of education, or I can say education industry, ESL industry, EFL industry, English as a foreign language, language training industry, and so forth. So each discipline or field of study, field of business, we can call each one of them the industry. So you would ask somebody, instead of what do, you can say, what industry are you in?
Tourism industry, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's a common question actually that people have. So all right. We don't actually have time to go over the grammar section here. So let's quickly go on to something else I'd planned just in case. Um, we have about no, I guess we have 2 minutes. So anyway, let's just do some free talking. So bear with me a
Well,
moment.
may I have a comment? Mm,
Yes.
uh, yes, according to this article, and as I mentioned, I think in the reading three, answer question three, letting employees take time off when they want has a negative effects on the business. I think the want is a misword. I think it should be will not. Uh, let employees take time off when they will not has a negative effect
No,
on
it's
business.
it's it's not a misprint because if you say whenever they want, it's basically that take employees take off whenever they want has to do with that the employees are can go whenever. I
Mhm.
don't want to come in today, so and then it has a negative effect. My question is, I don't know how it's false. It has a negative effect on it would have a negative effect on the industry I worked in last year.
Yeah. So that's what I say that because
Hmm.
I think if there are no letting employees take time off when they want, I think it's correct. How how to link to rest of has a negative effect on the business. Um, so it's made me confused. And
Yeah.
according to the article, I think the best change the want to will not has a negative effect on the business. So we can find the true answer in article.
Okay. Then it might be a misprint. And let's
I
look
don't
at
know.
it. So where would it say in the article? Let's look. Um, where is the negative effect? Let's see.
Then The idea is the employees who feel their absence will not harm the business can take leave from their jobs. So yes, the
It is
three.
their responsibilities.
Hmm?
Yeah. So yeah. And then let's look at this one. Letting employees take time off when they want has a negative effect on business. He introduced a new idea. Harm the business could take leave from their jobs. It is their responsibility. I have a friend whose company did the same thing. They've observed an improvement in everything, morale, creativity, and productivity. So that's why this is the reason why that answer is false right here.
Mm-hmm.
So we know in reality, maybe in these industries, it didn't have a negative effect, but we know in reality from our own personal experience that it could have a negative effect on business. A call center, for example, they need their people taking calls and answering calls, not off work. So, because when it's a busy call day, nobody wants to be on the phone because they don't want to. They go from call to call to call. They have no time between calls. So that's why it's this sentence right here that makes it false. So that's a good catch, though. Very good catch. All right. Well, thank you all for your participation. I hope you learned some new words and phrases. And everyone have a great. I guess you're all in, except for Luo. The rest of you are in. It's midnight where you're at. So sleep well.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you.
Bye.
Bye, Luo.
Thank you,
Have a good
teacher.
afternoon.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, people.